Well, happy Friday. Welcome into another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. Welcome to Boston. Welcome to United Airlines. We are doing a United flight in a 737 MAX from iFly from Boston. We're going to go over to Newark Liberty. And you're wondering, why is there no traffic? Why are the gates being all willy-nilly? Well, we are going to be using for the first flight here FS HUD, which does have traffic, and it uses the injected traffic with Flight Sim 2024. However, in 2024, it's still kind of buggy. So I am using AI traffic, not the real-time traffic, because real-time throws on a bunch of planes, and it's a major FPS hit. So we'll see if FS HUD can figure out its life. I did a test with it yesterday and all was fine with it, all was great. So I don't know why it's not working now. So, you know, we'll just deal with it. Again, welcome into the stream. Today's flight, Boston to Newark. And then we have a second flight, which will be determined on our benches today. But if you've never used FS HUD, it is pretty comparable to Beyondatc. The difference is Beyondatc has, in my opinion, better voices. It also has the option for premium voices, and it has its own traffic injection. FS HUD, on the other hand, has no other add-ons. It is simply what you buy for, I think it's $35 US. It uses the injection from the sim itself, or you can use an external app for the injection. Now, as I said, I'm using the injection here in Flight Sim 2024, and it's not going great right now, but it did work yesterday, so who knows? I think this is still an Asobo issue, honestly, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. But we are mostly using FS HUD today to see how the vectors are, how the actual ATC conversations are. Yesterday, my flight with FS HUD was rather interesting because it swapped the runways, similar to what Beyondatc has done recently, at least in a couple streams. It's changed the runways to what the real world says, so we'll see how today's flight goes. Maybe there was some METAR issue. Apparently the internet was down, Google was down for some time, or a little bit yesterday, and some services. So we'll see if that is rectified today. Let's jump into the cockpit here of the Boeing 737 MAX. You're going to hear those sounds going on as we try to make our departure out of Boston today. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to go up top here. I'm going to go ahead and get our navs going. Now we have those going. I like to go ahead and get our window heat rolling. And then we're going to go down here to the machinery. And in the EFB, we're going to hit the system page, sim menu. We're going to go to ground support, and we're going to connect our electric support, so GPU. Then we go up here to the top, we can go battery on, and we're going to go to, what happened? Alright, battery on, and ground power connected. Alright, once we have that going, let's get the APU firing up. Flight level today is 320, which is grand. Let's go ahead and get our lights on. I just do that right away so I don't forget. Those are all set. Let's get our fasten seatbelt sign on and arm the emergency exit. Alright, that's all set. Next step is, let's go over here, and some stutters here, to payload and performance, weight and balances. Now we have to input some of the information here. I use the briefing panel from flightsim.to. Flying Art is who makes it on there. Our passengers are going to be a number of 164. So right down here, 164. And cargo today is going to be 72, so doing math here, 36 should get us there. So 36 and 36. Beautiful. Set the payload. Great. Our fuel on board today is going to be a block of 11,966. Beautiful. Now you can also do your planned trip, your taxi out fuel and all that jazz if you like to. It is, it's not 100% necessary, but you can get it from your sim brief plan here. Our trip fuel is expected to be 511. So 5111. And our taxi fuel is going to be, taxi is 420. 420. All right, so we have that set. We can set the fuel, set the payload, set the fuel, and complete this. So 138.5 for the what's it called? The zero fuel weight. Sorry, wow. 135.8 grand. We can now go on down here to the machinery. FMS position. Next, grab the GPS, drop it. Oh, what happened? Let's try that again. Position. Next. Why can't we pop it in anywhere? Am I missing something? Did I have? IRS is aligned, right? Align. It's supposed to be on nav, right? What am I goofing up here? I feel like I'm screwing something up. Menu. FMS. Index. Position. Alright, let's go up here and put these... Oh, one more up. To nav. Down here. Okay, well, whatever. Let's just continue. Init... Oh, sorry, hold on. Now I'm all confused. FMS. Okay. Routes. Let's request it. Hopefully it'll come back so we can actually pop it in. I'm not quite sure why it's not. Oh my gosh, the sounds are annoying right now. I think we're going to go in FS HUD here and we're going to disable traffic for now. Let's see, it's showing all this traffic, but it's not spawning any traffic. Let's go to traffic and let's remove. And see if that gets rid of that issue. Doesn't sound like it. What if I hit that button? Nope. Let's enable all those, I guess. Alright, I guess we just gotta deal with it. Alright, loading. Well, the sound stopped at least. Somewhat. Alright, runway 9 is our expected departure runway at this point. Let's activate it, but we gotta put in our flight ID, so that's UAL. We're gonna be UAL what? UAL 1308. Pop that in there. Alright, now over to performance. Zero fuel weight was 138 something. What was 138 what? 138 something. Let's go to... How do we get back out of here? Summary. Is it going to tell us there's zero fuel weight on here? 1385. That's good enough for me. 138.5. Pop that in there. Reserves are going to be payload. Reserves 2.1. Oops. 2.1 on the reserves. Pop that in there. Beautiful. And everything else is grand. 320 for that. Weather cruising 283 at 47. And our temperature is 7. Pop that in there. Execute. Next. Now we're going to look at our takeoff. Will, welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to grab this from the FMC. Saves us a couple steps. Let's go over to flaps 5. We're going to do AC on and anti-ice off. Let's go and calculate that. 22.3 on the CG, and the trim is going to be 5.3. And then takeoff is 32. So 32 for the temp. And takeoff, 5 for the flaps. It's supposed to auto do the trim, and it doesn't sometimes. I've had it work like one time. So trim is set. V speeds are also set. Alright, let's go and pop this away. And it's not giving me... This is not good. It's not aligning the IRSs, and that's a problem. Clearly can't fly without IRSs. And I don't know why that's not an option on here right now. Let's see if I turn them off. Alright, align, on DC, onto the GPU. There we go. Okay. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I bet you I wasn't supposed to do it until I turned the power on. That's probably what happened. Alright, let's go ahead and get our... I'm not seeing anything here, though. Let's give it a couple seconds, hopefully load up. Departure is going to be runway 9 via the Blizzard 6? Blizzard 6, execute. And our arrival is going to be 4 right. Alright, I'm about to turn off traffic because I am that sound is really starting to drive me crazy. Alright, we're going to turn off that traffic. I can't handle it no more, I'm sorry. Let's go over to this guy. And it's going to be traffic quality to off. Air traffic off. Alright, hopefully that fixes that. And why is our IRS not connecting? We are experiencing some technical difficulties this morning. Of course we are. Why wouldn't we? Menu... No. Hold on. What am I trying to do? Yeah. FMS. Index. Position. Our position's in. Do we have to redo it? Okay, there we go. Jeez Louise. I don't know why that took so long. Alright, how you doing, Joe? I'm doing pretty good. I saw the real and honest story about the iFlight 737. Do you have the same bugs from Kip? Kip's was really bad. I don't know what the hell happened with Kip's stream. I was watching it too, and it was really bad. I did not have the problems he had. This is the first problem with the IRSs, but I think that's user error. I should have turned on the power first, and then aligned the FMC. I mean the IRSs. Okay, let's go ahead and try FS HUD now. Everything else has gone wrong. Let's see if FS HUD will go right. So we're going to start a Simbri profile. We're going to import it. And we're going to be United. Beautiful. Let's start. I forgot to change my call sign. I might do a weird call sign. They did it the other day, some weird call sign. Yeah, USB 175. I don't know what the hell that's from. Let's edit this. Flight number. Oh, it's pulling it from the flight number. Okay, 1308. Flight. Alright, that should be fixed for that. Cool. Alright, let's request our clearance.
Boston clearance. United 1308. We are gate Bravo 20. Request clearance to Newark Liberty. With information, Oscar.
United 1308, cleared to Newark Liberty. Expect Bravo Lima, Zulu Romeo 6, departure runway 15 right. Initial climb 8,000. Then is filed. Squawk 6562.
Cleared to Newark Liberty. Expect Bravo Lima Zulu Romeo 6, departure runway 15 right. Initial climb 8,000. Then is filed. Squawk 6562, United 1308.
Alright, so we're climbing up to 8,000 and we're expecting runway 15 right. So they did change the runways here too.
Boston Ground 121.9. Will contact when ready. United 1308.
15 right. Okay. Well, 15 right's not in use, but that's what they gave us, so that's what we'll put in the system. Alright, so departure 15 right. I don't understand why we are getting these weird runways right now all of a sudden with ATC. Okay, so you saw there I could do the button pushing, or I can also talk to it, which we'll do for the next one. So system page, disconnect this jazz. Go up top here, and let's get our fuel pumps on. Let's get our yaw damper on as well. And so I'm going to go ahead and request a pushback and engine start. Oh, I gotta program my button, I guess, probably, huh? Input assignment. It says connected. Alright, let's try it again. The button's not working, folks. The button's not working. Yeah, this is FS HUD in 2024. Hello? Hello. Okay. Well, that's a good start. Let's remove the button. Push to talk. Okay. Well, it's reading the button, so I don't understand why it's not actually doing anything. Okay, do I have to unselect? Go to Boston. Cancel. I don't know what the frequency just changed. Tune into Boston Ground.
1308. Say again your last transmission.
I don't talk to you. I'm talking to Boston Ground. It changed. It changed to Boston Ground for some reason. I mean Boston Clearance again, didn't it? Boston Ground. Hello from United 1308. We're ready for pushback and engine start.
United 1308, pushback and engine start approved.
Pushback and engine start approved. United 1308. No, I didn't upgrade. This is, so I had bought it, and I got the free kind of upgrade to it, I guess. Back in the day. I don't know why the performance is all of a sudden crappy, too. Alright. We're just having all kinds of wonderful problems. Why not? This is how it works on streams. Alright, I'm going to put this over here. Now, I did change the streaming to 1080. Sorry, 1080p. Wow. I did change it over to that. So if, you know, you don't like it or something, just let me know. But if you prefer it this way, I like to know that too. So it doesn't tell you which direction to push in FS HUD. I like that about Beyondatc for sure. So going to push back here. Let's go ahead and check our brakes because it's, yeah, so right now it's telling me the brakes are not on. But the brakes are disabled. Hold for pushback and pushback commencing. Up here, let's go ahead and do APU bleed, ground, and both. I'll get the electric pumps on too. And clock is rolling. Up to 8,000. I just put in 210 for the speed. I know you're not supposed to, but that's what I like to do. So 210 on the speed. And now we're just waiting for the motoring to happen. And when motoring disappears, that's when you can go ahead and introduce some fuel. Oh yeah, this performance is really crappy all of a sudden. Let me try... Whoa, what the hell? Okay. Alright, so do not Alt-Tab while using pushback. That was wild. Where the hell is it going to push us back to now? Alright, we got to check this out. Let's just hold and cancel the pushback. Alright, heard to click for engine number 2. Let's go to engine number 1. That was weird. Boston Tower. Sorry, Boston Ground, United 1308, ready to taxi to the active.
United
Oh, Kip got this
1308,
yesterday
taxi
too?
to holding point runway 15 right, via Echo Bravo.
Taxi to runway 25 right via Mike November, United 1308. We're going to test to see if it understands. Nope. No enforcements. I didn't think so. So you can say whatever you want. It's just expecting you to say whatever. So we'll test by just saying like random crap for the tower and see if it gives us clearance. And from my understanding, there is no button to like force anything, right? Sound input, weather, aircraft. Yeah, there's no button to like force it. All right, engine number 2 is coming on board. Laps coming down to 5. 1-5 via Echo Bravo. Alright, engine number 2 is good. Gens are on. Both off there. APU off. Taxi lights on. Okay, let's go. Flaps 2, going to 5. Oh Christ, now what? Is the tug connected still? Stop pushback. Alright, there we go. The invisible tug. Robotic voices. Yeah, like I said, I really prefer, personally, I prefer the voices in Beyondatc. I think they're more natural. But I think it's all subjective still, though. Like, I like the speed. I really like the speed of the voices with FS HUD. But the voices themselves, I definitely feel, they feel more natural, even the free ones in Beyondatc. 2024 edition got AI voices, they say, but I dropped it and went to Beyondatc. I don't know the difference. I didn't use FS HUD much in 2024, just a little bit. So honestly, I don't know the difference. If they were worse than this, that would not be great. In terms of actual ATC, it's really good. For ATC itself, it is really good. You can't go wrong with it. The problem is once you experience, you know, high-end voices, for example, the premium voices with Beyondatc, it's hard for me to go to the free voices with Beyondatc for actual controller, because I really, really like it. I really like the premium voices. So I'm giving them $30 every 3 months. You know, so I can have the premium voices, and it's well worth it for me for the experience. I wonder why the FPS here kind of sucking. Why is it capped at 60? Why are you capped at 60? I never set you to 60. Yeah, why are you capped at 60? Alright, let's go in here, let's go see what's going on. I don't want to mess with this, because if I mess with this, it might break the frame gen. Well, I guess we're going to have to. Let's turn off frame gen. Save it. Frame gen off. We got really bad 20 FPS. Alright, let's go back. And then let's turn frame gen back on. DLSS frame gen 3 is what I use. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's capped at 60. It's rather weird. We'll see if that changes in flight. I know you can't see it on the screen, but I have an ultra-wide monitor, so right now I'm doing 1080p for the stream, testing it out for the stream. I did it before. I didn't really care for it, but maybe it's better now. Rover, welcome in. I have this bug on 2024 where if I'm cold dark, I switch a knob or turn a signal, the whole plane turns on, even the engines. Do you know how to fix this? Oh crap, I just hit a speeding violation. Give me 1 sec. I'll look into that in just a second. Yeah, I might as well keep speeding since I already got hit with the speeding error. This has turned out to be a great stream so far. I was going to stream for a couple hours, but
Contact Boston Tower 128
I might just stream one flight now. Did that work? Yeah. See, you can say whatever you want. You can say literally whatever you want. It doesn't matter. That's unfortunate.
Boston Tower. United 1308. Runway 15 right ready for departure.
United 1308, wind 144 degrees at 10 knots. Runway 15 right clear for takeoff.
Alright, 15 right clear for takeoff.
Runway 15 right cleared for takeoff. United 1308.
Auto throttle is armed. Yeah, Rover, give me a sec. Let me get airborne here, and then we'll take a look to see what your message was there. This way I can focus on it better for you. Whoa, FPS. Alright, throttle's going up. Toga set, checked. Let's go fly. Why is my FPS so bad? I'm down to 50. It's only using 40% of my GPU. What the hell's going on? Just one of them days. Rotating. And positive rate gear going up. Bring up that nose. Flaps going up. V and L nav set. Flaps up to 2. Or sorry, up to 1. And full flaps up. An issue I had yesterday in my flight last night for about a minute or so, the frames for the instruments here, the primary instruments, like FPS dropped to like, I don't know, 10 FPS or something.
Contact Boston, departure 133.0.
And that's really the only bug I've actually had in the iFly.
133.0.
If I can be honest, that's really the only bug I've had in the iFly. Is that issue. Other than that, it's been pretty darn good. A lot of the other issues have been my fault. I shouldn't say
Boston
they all have been my fault.
1308. Bravo Lima Zulu Zulu Romeo 6 departure.
It looks like that's happening right now.
100 climbing to 8,000.
Right? We're gonna find out here when we throw AP on. We're gonna throw out AP on now. It looks like it's doing okay.
Continue climb 8,000. Altimeter 3015.
Continue climb 8,000. Altimeter 3015.
Alright, we're cleared up to 8,000.
United 1308.
Okay, so I have this bug in 2024 where if I'm cold and dark, I switch a knob or turn a switch, the whole plane turns on, even the engines. Is it in the iFly? Or is it in the Asobo Max? Is it the default Asobo Max? Or is it the iFly version?
Boston Center. United 1308. Bravo Lima Zulu Zulu Romeo 6 departure. Passing 7,400 climbing to 8,000.
United 1308 identified. Continue climb flight level 320.
Alright, up to 320.
Continue climb flight level 320. United 1308.
And it looks like it's gonna get us up there without me having to intervene. Maybe. Barry, welcome in. It's every plane you own. I made a video on my channel with the BA 787. Every plane. So every plane you have, if you start cold and dark, if you Switch a knob or turn on a switch to the whole plane turns on even the engines. Okay, so one thing to check is what's it called? Let me push the button here real quick. Make sure it's gonna climb. There's a quick start or easy start or something. In 2020, it's Control E, and it starts up the plane automatically. Check to see in your config, in your settings config. Yeah, that normally happens with Control E. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same in 2024, the same buttons or key command, but see if in your keyboard, if you're using a computer, look on your keyboard settings, see if that's set. Check your, if you have like if you have a joystick, check to make sure nothing's conflicting with that, because that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like to me that quick engine start feature is happening, and maybe it's happening. Maybe it's set for like repeating, but you would have to use that command for it to repeat. So I'm not, but yeah, I would start there first. Check the Control E, the quick engine start feature, and see if that helps it, or or fixes the problem. Okay, so the cool thing about FS HUD here is that we can scroll over, and you can see our arrival runway. So we are currently 24. We're currently runway 4 right, which is our expected arrival. So that's still in the system, so that's cool. Also on the runway I can turn off APU. On runway you can turn off, yeah, you should be able to turn off the APU on the runway. A few times when key I press, the plane would instantly shoot up to 1,000 feet in the air with the engines running. Oh geez. When you press the key, the plane would shoot up to 1,000 feet in the air? Barry, are you on sim update 2 or 3? Oh, you can't turn off the APU. That's in every plane? Check your what's it called? Assistance. Check your assistance settings too. Turn off all your assistance to see if one of the assistance features are messing with it. I have, I think, all of my assistants off except for, I think I have one thing on maybe. Or maybe I actually have them all off now that I think about it. Yeah, I think I might have them all off. That's interesting. Also can't turn off the APU. That would make no sense. I also don't know why we're getting such crappy FPS. This is terrible. It looks really good on the stream, though. Well, hopefully it helped you, Rover. Hopefully that helped you at least get you in the right direction. Oh, it happened way back? Okay. I gotcha. I don't understand. So it's saying it's limited by main thread. But like virtually using none of my CPU and my GPU is way down to 42%, so I don't understand what the hell is going on. Alright, well, we might do another flight, but we'll... Alright, what the hell is going on here now? There we go. But... Oh, Swiss also had in the stream? Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of that issue. There was the issue in Sim Update 3 with the drone. Jeez, I don't know what Something's definitely going on. I'm getting all kinds of interference in my headset. Something funky's going out in my system today. Alright, so we're climbing for flight level 320. It's a pretty short hop. We'll be on the ground here in the next 30 minutes. Maybe we'll just do the one flight today, and then I'll do some problem solving. Maybe I just gotta do a system reset. I don't know. There seems to be all kinds of situations going on here. I love my flight simming, but you know what? Sometimes it's just a lot of work. I can go like a few weeks of not having any issues, and then all of a sudden I have issues again, and it's only flight sim. It is honestly only flight sim. I feel like I'm repeating Kip stuff from the other day, because I think he's starting to get really frustrated with flight sim too. It's almost not even worth flying anymore, because you have so many issues. And it's not just like one, it's not a certain plane that's causing these issues either. It's like, it could just be anything. I did one flight with the fly-by-wire. Ooh, oh yeah. So the fly-by-wire is available now in 2024. Isn't that correct? I wonder when Phoenix will be releasing the Neo. I think a lot of people are waiting for that Neo to come out. We're up to flight level 240. So I have to do, this will be number 6, but I have to do 4 more flights after this to complete my contract requirements for the week with United Airlines. I was getting a bit nervous about it because I didn't think I was gonna make it happen. I was a bit nervous about it. But I was able to get a couple flights in over the last couple days, and that helped get it stabilized. So I'm getting like just weird cracking. Like I don't know what's going on. It's almost like the system's using half of the resources all of a sudden. Happy early Father's Day for those fathers out there. Hopefully you have a great weekend. We are 500 feet away, or sorry, 5,000 feet away from top of climb. And then it's a pretty short descent. Oh gosh, this is the Newark add-on I had is pretty it's pretty performance heavy. So this ought to be interesting coming into Newark. Hopefully the performance isn't terrible. Terrible. Alright, so since we're expecting the same runway still, we can go ahead and pop that in. I like to wait though until we get to top of climb, even though it's a short flight. I still prefer waiting until that moment. see. Sorry, I missed some chat here. Sorry, people, I have no problem with the FPS or stutters flying smooth in the Phoenix. Justin says, hi, my fly-by-wire doesn't show up in 20 anymore. Don't know what's wrong. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, Justin. I don't use the fly-by-wire, but maybe Barry can give you some tips. Maybe Barry has an idea of why. I know what you're seeing on the stream is like silky smooth, which is good, but like I'm getting some weird hesitations. It's definitely just on my side. It's the monitor that's not displaying it properly. But I'm glad yours is going well. I'm glad yours is working great. I love how every time it's gonna turn into helping everyone with all sorts of strange issues. Yeah. Hey, that's part of the flight sim community, though. Someone comes in, asks a question. If we have an answer, we'll try the best we can. Alright, we're almost at top of climb. It's awfully quiet without traffic. And I don't understand why FS HUD's traffic was being bonkers today. Like I said, it was working fine last night. I did a test flight, made sure everything was up to date before today's live stream, and then all of a sudden now today's broken. But it worked flawless in 2020. So like, Asobo definitely changed something on their side, and FS HUD guys have got to get that figured out 100%. Alright, we're at top of climb, so let's go ahead and start putting in our computer information. So we already have that set, right? So let's look at our charts. So let's bring up our charts here. Go to menu and terminal charts, connect. Fantastic. Use it from the FMS, sorry. Beautiful, grand, complete. Alright, so now...
Expect Bravo Alpha Foxtrot flow 24 arrival at LS approach runway 04.
Cool. So that's beautiful. Let's edit our clips. And this is going to bring up all the airport information. Let's cancel this. We were looking for Newark. So let's edit our clips for Newark. And 4 right, so ILS 4 right. And we're using the flows 4.
Altimeter 3010.
Okay. And then we can go to the next page.
When ready, descend 6,000.
And we go airport information. We already have that. Cool. Go down. And now we're just looking for the ILS 4, right? 4 right, beautiful. Got that, complete it. Alright, we have our ILS information in here. We're going to get our ILS now. So 1087, I'm going to put that into my stream deck. So 108 and a 7. And 1087, I do it in navigation 1 and 2. 1087, 1087. And then we're going to put in our approach course, which is 39. So let's bring that up. Justin, thanks for the subscription. Welcome on in. 39. Beautiful, have that set. And then 6,000 for the altitude. We'll put that in here in a second. But first we want to look at our minimums, which is 211. So minimum is going to show up right down here. First we're going to bring this wheel up to barrow. And then I do 211 here. Whoop, too fast. Cool. And then we're going to do our... What was the next thing we had to do? What did I say we're going to do? Did that. Alright, 6,000 I guess for the altitude, so we can pop that in. So 6,000. I'm using my wind wing for that.
United 1308, cleared Bravo Alpha Foxtrot flow 24 arrival.
Alright, clear for the arrival.
Cleared Bravo Alpha Foxtrot flow C4 arrival. United 1308.
Can you verify that you set the correct community path? Yeah, that's a good one, Barry. Good one. Is it Sim Island Pilot or Island Sim Pilot? Anyway, look at his streams and he is giving you all the answers about smooth flying. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've heard of that before. I've heard of his channel before. Honestly, I think for me, Barry, or sorry, Will, it's all English voices. I think my problem is my monitors. I think my issue is primarily my monitors, honestly. Well, it's just new monitor. I don't know why. So I also don't know if it's G-Sync and FreeSync who don't like talking to each other, and that somehow for some reason does some weird capping with FPS. I don't know for sure. I always blame it on Flight Sim because that's primarily what I use. It's not a fair blame though. It really isn't. It does have its issues, of course, but like the issues I'm having right now, I don't foresee it being Flight Sim issue. This is definitely some weird capping going on with the drivers or something with NVIDIA. Or go into your community folder and check the A320NX is indeed there. If you set the path inside a community folder, it will create another community folder in it, and it will, good one, Barry. Very good one, yes. Yeah, so sometimes if you don't have the path right, it will make another community folder within the community folder that the sim can't see. And I found that out the hard way, because I was going to try to organize my community folder. I was going to have a folder for scenery, have a folder for aircrafts, and have a folder for utilities. And then within those folders, I was going to break down the sceneries by states, and then break the aircrafts by manufacturer. But you can't do that apparently, because if you put the aircraft in another folder within the community folder, it doesn't see it there, which I don't understand why. Why isn't it looking into the folder deeper? Maybe it's some optimization thing, I don't know. But I've learned my lesson on that one. So if you ever need to make a backup copy of one of your folders in your community folder, just make a community folder, or in the community folder, and throw all your backups in there. Problem solved. I do think today's going to be the day, though. I think today, I don't mean this to be like a I hate you kind of thing, because I don't. But I think today's going to be the day I remove 2020. I think today's I remove Flight Sim 2020. And again, not because I dislike it or anything. I think it's great. It's fine. It's fantastic. I just don't use it. I don't fly in it. I haven't flown in it for, I don't know if I've flown in it all year. Maybe back in January. But maybe. I don't remember. I flew the 737 in it. That was way back when. But I think today might be the day I remove it, because I just don't use it anymore. And now that I have the iFly 737 here, I'm happy with this. I have the PMGG 737 that, doesn't technically supposed to work, but it works. So I'm very happy with what I have here in 2024. So yeah, I think today might be the day I go ahead and remove it. That's what's happened to your fly-by-wire too? Ah. See, Barry knows all the tricks. Barry knows all the tricks. So this morning, I told you yesterday, but this morning, brought the cat in for a vet visit, and what was supposed to happen was an ultrasound, x-rays, and then labs. She was a diabetic cat. She's in remission now, but she has a problem mostly in the morning of keeping food down, and it's inconsistent. So I got that appointment scheduled earlier this week, I think on Monday or Tuesday, for today. And all we did was confirm the appointment, right? So yeah, I can get you scheduled on Friday at this time. Cool, grand. And then I said thank you, and they respond back, you're welcome, no problem. Okay, so this is all by email. So today at the appointment, I go with, everything's normal in the morning here. Well, I gotta tell you a story about that too. But So I go to the appointment, and they bring her back, and then about 10 minutes or so later, they bring her back to me, and they say, hey, we didn't do the ultrasound because her belly's full of food, and we have to have an empty stomach. And they said, well, I'm sorry, Ferdinand didn't tell you about that. And I was like, oh, that's great. So now I have to go back and bring her in at another date for the ultrasound. Thankfully, we got the x-rays done, we got blood work. Blood work was good, and the x-rays showed no issues whatsoever. So now we just want to confirm the ultrasound that there is no underlying GI issues, and then all will be fine. It's just more frustrating because today was a great day to do this, day off work and whatnot, and get this taken care of, but I guess now I have to go on another day. But, okay, so yesterday, I left work, and I was working at a different location, helping out somewhere else yesterday, and everything was great. Time for me to leave, so I was way ahead of schedule. Everything was grand, and since I'm helping out a different location, I didn't have a key for it, so the door will automatically lock behind me as I leave the building. So I exit the building, and then as soon as that door closed behind me, I realized at that very moment I made a crucial mistake in my life. I left my keys in the building. I left my keys to my car that was out in the parking lot in the building. So, that was great. Thankfully, my wife was off work and nothing was going on, so she was able to come pick me up. And then I had my cousin bring me there this morning so I can go grab my car, grab my keys, and grab my car so I can bring that home. And also, thankfully, my car was not towed, because I get so nervous about that kind of stuff. So I had a crappy night sleeping last night thinking my car was going to be towed, and I didn't know where it would be towed to, So thankfully it all worked out. At the end of the day, it all worked out. But, I got up at 4 a.m. and I could not go back to sleep until like 5:30. So I was up for like an hour and a half, trying to force myself to go to sleep, and it just was not happening. So I'm just like exhausted, tired today. Hopefully I'll sleep good tonight. I'll get a second wind eventually here, and then of course I get that second wind when it's time to go to bed. Manny, welcome in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy if you're a father or celebrate Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I don't know if that's a thing worldwide or if that's just U.S. Probably just U.S. It's one of those holidays. So the thing about the U.S. it's crazy. We have a lot of holidays here in the U.S. We really do. And I know a lot of places like overseas, Europe and New Zealand and whatnot, they refer to our holidays as bank days or bank holidays, right? But we have a lot of holidays here in the U.S. We just had Mother's Day in May. We have Father's Day coming up this weekend. We have the Independence Day coming up on the 4th. And then in between there, we get Juneteenth coming up on June 16th? Is that June? No, 19th? June 19th, I think. It's the day. I think it's the day that the new Black Square plane is coming out. You do have Father's Day, okay. Oh, you are a cat lover? You're looking for one? I love my cat. I've had my cat for 13 years. Today is Friday the 13th, by the way. I've had my cat for 13 years, and I was very lucky. I had a coworker who, she knew I wanted a cat, and I think it was her parents. They had a stray cat outside their farmhouse, and she noticed the cat was pregnant, and they ended up giving birth to these cats, and the mom died. And so my coworker said, hey, we have this litter of cats. The mom died. I know you're interested in getting the cat. Are you still interested? I said, of course, yeah. She's like, okay, yeah, so let's meet up and you can go and pick which one you want. So we meet up, and she brings this box of all the little cute little cats in there, right? There were like 10 of them probably. And they almost all of them had some sort of issues going on with them. You know, their eyes were fully shut. Their ears, you know, had black stuff on. You know, just a lot of not great things going on with them. But one of them was instantly jumping towards me. And that'd be my cat. I knew that was my cat. She was jumping towards me. She was super excited. So I was like, all right, that's got to be her. That's got to be my cat, because she clearly wants to come home with me, so let's bring her home. I found out a few months later that every single one of the other cats unfortunately died. And so they had all kinds of medical issues, underlying medical conditions. They all passed away. And most of them were given away to to people. They just didn't make it very, very long, and they passed away, which is very sad. But my cat's 13 years old, and she's, fought diabetes now, and she's in remission. She might have some GI issues, but other than that, she's healthy. She's happy. It seems like loves to eat. She's the eater. Yours died at 18. Never went to the vets. That's really good. 18 and never going to the vet. Yeah, like we first brought my cat over to the vet. What was it now? 2 years ago. We brought her in about 2 years ago because it was the diabetes that was the reason why we brought her in. We started noticing she was peeing a lot. She was drinking a lot of water. She was very aggressive with food. Very hungry and aggressive with food. Like, if I had anything in my hand, she was coming after me. And those are all signs of diabetes. So we got her in. They checked out, confirmed she had diabetes. And she was on insulin for 6 months to a year, somewhere within there. We eventually started noticing, though, that she started losing weight, and no, sorry, that was a previous thing. We started noticing that she started becoming a little bit wobbly and more tired, and so one day I was on my way, I was getting ready for work, and I saw her kind of teeter-tottering, kind of losing her balance as she's walking, then she'd fall over. And I was like, what the hell is happening? And then she went to go hide under a table, make her way. She barely made it over there, but she made it over to the table and laid down. And I was like, oh crap, I'm like concerned. So I called the vet. I was like, hey, this was going on. They're like, okay, let's bring her in right away. Brought her in, and apparently she went into like a diabetic shock because her blood sugars were so low. And she might have, had I just gone to work and not noticed her, she would have died. She would not have made it because her blood sugar would have been so low. So it was very good on that day, especially that time of day I went to work, that I was alert to know what was going on in the household. I was able to bring her to the vet, get that all taken care of, else she would have passed. When running community folder on another drive, try using the software called PickLink. Oh yeah, Justin. Yep, I've used that before. Not that exact one, but there's another one I used.
Altimeter 3013.
Yeah, there's you can create a symbiont link that creates pretty much a virtual link to the folder. You can also just point Flight Sim to that community folder as well. You don't have to use the symbiont link if you don't want to. But when I was using Flight Sim 2024. Oh, hold on. Yeah, when I was kind of switching between 2020 and 2024, I was able to make a symbiont link of all my folders in 2024 in the community folder of 2020 so that I didn't have duplicates. So I was able to save space that way. Not that I need to, because I still have plenty of space, but... Alright, all looking grand here. I've read a lot about cats and studied cats for years from Beyondatc vets. Oh, awesome. Is Beyondatc now integrated into the sim? No. Add-on linker is good too. A lot of people use add-on linker. This is FS HUD today. There is a There is this is mostly for VR, but there's a VR one you can use as well for Beyondatc. And it's on their website in the download section. Alright, bringing out some speed brakes. This plane does like to come in hot. I think the program I use is just called Symbiont Link. Let me look through my folder real quick. Oh, is this it? Wow, didn't work. I have a link shell extension. I think that's it. LSE config. LSE config. Yeah, I think it's link shell extension is what I use. That allows me to make a Symbiont link. Works really well. Alright, standard pressure. Altimeter is set. Alright, approach is looking pretty decent. I feel like we're really high, but I think we'll be alright still. Still got 20 nautical miles to here. We're supposed to be at 6,000, so let's see what the computer's saying. At Port Hockery, 9,000. And then at Gritty is 28. Yeah, so that's pretty high. Then we're going to go direct to Grit, so Gritty. Plop that in here, execute that. And let's put in, alright, so 6,000 there. Okay, that's pretty fine. Yeah, that should be alright. Alright, we'll keep it where it is. Well, it is saying we're high. Speed brakes are coming down, or coming up. You never managed to get Linker to work? I tried it a couple times, but I don't know. I prefer to use like everything all at once. I understand the main concept of add-on linker. But I personally prefer just to use all of my stuff in the community folder. Alright, 10,000. Landing lights are on, taxi lights are on. Alright, is the 1080p output pretty good for you? Do y'all like it? Would you rather go back to the ultra wide where you have the black bars on top, but you get to see the entire, cockpit? So I know when I make videos for YouTube, like when I actually make videos, it's all 1080p to begin with. It's just I stream at ultra wide. I have been at least streaming at ultra wide. Alright, looking good here, down to 6,000, coming up really fast still. And there's nothing I can really do about it other than adjust our V speed. Alright, speed's coming down as we've now kind of balanced out where we want to be with our altitude, so that's good. And I'm not sure if we're going to get a direct or not. So, what I'm going to do is go to heading mode. And see if it does it.
1308, expect flow C4, arrival ILS approach runway 22 left.
Expect flow
Expect
Z4.
flow C4,
Well,
arrival
I know
ILS
that.
approach runway 22 left. United 1308.
What's working for you, man? I got the ultra wide at 1440p. 060.
Left heading 060. United 1308.
Alright. Are we gonna get a descent as well? Come on, descend me. What, 060? Why are we backtracking though? Alright, we're gonna probably just ignore that, I guess.
United 1308, contact Newark approach 127.6.
Contact Newark.
Alright, we're just ignoring that.
127.6. United 130.
We're gonna go direct gritty. I don't understand why. Let's go ahead and do alt, intervene.
Newark approach.
Drop this down to
United
28.
1308 at 6,100.
United 1308 identified. Continue descent 1,500.
I don't know why it said
3010.
heading 060. That would make zero sense. Will saying
Continue
234 and
descent
landing.
1,500.
I'm
Altimeter
gonna go with
3010.
250.
United 1308.
Why do we have a big ol' issue going on here?
United 1308, turn left heading 045.
It's thinking like we missed a waypoint.
Left heading 045. United 1308.
Alright, this could be a problem. Hopefully the airport's... Hopefully the airport's spawned in. And this could be a pretty big issue. Are they having issues? Is Asobo having server issues? Because we might not have an airport. This is the flaw when it comes to cloud streaming. Alright, speed brakes are stowed away. 12 nautical miles out. First notch of flaps are coming out. This could be a very big issue. Although I'm not streaming the airport, so maybe the airport will still be there? I'm not seeing the airport though, that makes me very nervous. Third party, yeah, this is a third party airport.
United 1308, turn left heading 030.
Yeah, we're just ignoring that call because,
Left heading
again, it thinks we missed a
030.
waypoint, but we
United
clearly did not.
1308.
Alright, localizer is going to be on. We're just going to go ahead and fly it. Alright, so far with FS HUD, we had an issue with traffic. Not spawning properly, but I think that's more of a 2024 issue. And now we had some weird vectoring for the arrival. Oh, it changed our runway. It's saying 22 left up here. I didn't notice that. Okay, so maybe it was right. FS HUD might have been right. It did change our runway, but didn't it say expect runway 24? Oh, here. Expect 22 left. It did change the runway. I didn't pay attention. Okay, so there was a runway change. So this might not have been FS HUD's problem. This is probably... That was definitely my fault because I didn't pay attention enough. Is it in 2024? And did you delete the Asobo? Yeah, I did delete Asobo. I just flew out of Newark yesterday. It's something to do with the streaming.
United 1308, turn left heading 055.
Definitely something to do with the streaming.
Left heading 055. United 1308.
Yep, it's not going to bring in our airport. That sucks. Oh my gosh, this has been a disaster today. It's been a rough week for me streaming, hasn't it? I just can't seem to get a consistency going here. Alright, let's bring our speed down to 45. Gear down. We're going to be landing, and there's going to be no airport. And we're just going to go ahead and put away FS HUD, I guess, for now, too. I've had this happen before, and just kind of randomly, it just stops generating the world. And it's typically because the servers drop off. But I always thought it was weird for that to happen when there's a when I have an airport in the community folder. Alright, I'm officially calling it. It's gonna be just a one flight today. Like I said, I did plan on doing 2 flights, but this is just too many issues for me to handle right now. We'll do the 1 flight, and we'll also do an auto land because I don't have an airport. Cat 3 landing. I think your 32 rolling cache is full, so the sim might have to recalibrate the airport again. Put in 128. I love the ground scenery, I know. Yeah, maybe I can try that too. But like I said, I had this issue when the servers last went out. So I don't know if anyone's noticed if anyone's seen any news. We'll check it too. We'll see if the flight sim forums or Reddit's discords are all saying any issues. Oh boy, what's going on? If light. Alright, what are you doing, iFly? Take it easy. I don't know where the ground is. So don't kill me, please. This Cat 3 landing's not looking so hot. Oh my gosh. Insanity. Alright. APC's off because it's going bonkers. Alright, we're going off of all ILS here.
300. Approaching minimum.
Minimums we're landing.
200. Minimum. 100.
Yeah, I don't know where the runway is.
1308, turn right heading 070.
50.
Right heading 070. United 1308.
Auto throttle, turn off.
30. 20. 10.
Come on, buddy. Touchdown. Touchdown. Uh-oh. Reversers out. Traffic ahead. 5 o'clock. Alright. Flight's in 98. Alright, we made it, folks. We're on the ground. Let's go up here and turn off our runway lights. Okay. And then we'll taxi over here. How far off are we from the runway?
United 1308, contact Newark Tower 118.3.
Let's see, Psycho View, airport information. We're not even on the airport chart. We're like way over here somewhere probably. Alright, we're gonna taxi here. Taxi lights are off. Flaps are coming up. Holy cow. That's a beautiful looking Flight Sim 98 right there. Alright, we're waiting for the flaps to come up, then we'll go ahead and get that GPU connected. Alright, flaps are up. Menu, system page. Set that. Get the ground power on. Flaps are off. And go on down here. Alright, we're gonna get docked for sure with the pilot's eye for the speed, ground speed on the departure. You did it. I got the issue fixed. It was a button mapped to my keyboard. Oh, hey, awesome, Rover. That's fantastic to hear. Hey, I'm glad we had some sort of success today. We helped you figure out your problem. 95, ouch. 95, that's my score. Ground speed too fast. Approach speed too fast. Landing rate was 171. We have the infinite runway here at Newark. Infinite, I say. The most broken stream until now. Oh boy, okay, I said it the other day, I think. Like, I think it seems to be a curse. Once you start streaming, and streaming often, you start to experience issues like this. Alright, did anyone check to see if it's a known issue right now? Are servers down? I'm not seeing anything directly on the flight sim form. The PMGG77W is available now in 2024 for OC3 users. That's cool. I'm not seeing any known issues, though, popping up anywhere about streaming. Let's check out a couple Discords real quick, see if anyone said anything. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, well. Yeah, look at that. The first thing, I want to test something real quick. We'll do it here live on stream, but we'll test to see. I'm gonna clear out the rolling cache. I'm gonna take Will's suggestion. I'm gonna increase it. 128's a lot though, but I might as well. What the hell? And the sim's not gonna exit. So let's kill out flight sim. We'll kill out FS HUD. We'll kill out the iFly program. Okay. Those are all cleared out. And now let me clear out the rolling cache. We're gonna try Barry's tactic real quick, and then we're gonna load into Newark. And just test. I had it set to 32. Come on, one Phoenix flight. Okay, here's what we'll do. If Newark launches up, we'll do a Phoenix flight. If Newark launches up, if we see Newark after this change here, I'll do a Phoenix flight. Alright, while that's loading, I'm going to step away for a couple seconds. Alright, 17%. This will take a little longer because I cleared out the rolling cash. I'm broke now, no cash. Well, Amazon's kind of screwing me today. So I took suggestion and I did buy a longer network cable so I can get my wife off of Wi-Fi so she can have better connection. That was supposed to be delivered like an hour ago. Did you see the Mind? Oh yeah, the Mine Eye release. It's supposed to be like the new Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. It just shows you, though, I don't like defending Take-Two very much, but it does show you how far, or how good they do with their development. Like, their products are pretty solid. Pretty solid. Okay, so let's go start. Oh, hold on. First we're gonna go into the cache. So rolling cache. And we're gonna go into online. Scroll on down. Rolling cache. Barry says to change this to 128. Alright, Barry. Doing it. Or not, sorry, Barry. Will said that. Will said to change to 128. So we're gonna bump it up significantly. Alright, save that. Now, let's see KEWR. Newark Liberty. Give it a couple seconds to load on up. It's working hard. Oh, there's Newark. And the airport did load in. There's a couple planes there. Although that's not loading. But that just might be a scenery issue. It's really weird when it does this weird stuff, but it's definitely bringing in satellite imagery. See, it looked like it... Well, I guess I can't tell for sure. Okay, well... I deleted the rolling cache and then I brought it... deleted the rolling cache and then I made it... You deleted Sobo's? Good question. No, Sobo doesn't have a... Sobo doesn't have a paidware for this one. Right? Pretty sure they don't. I mean, it wasn't... They didn't make a handcrafted one. Yeah, they didn't make one. It's just the one I have. Okay. We'll do one more flight. We'll do the Phoenix. We'll jump over the Phoenix. Alright, Pilot's Life, Chapter 2. The next flight we have is John Wayne to San Fran. Actually, I might skip that one. I might do the shorter one here. I'm going to do the shorter one. We've done a lot of West Coast flights recently. So the next one we have is Houston to Austin. We'll do that one. It's a shorter flight. So 319. And we need to switch over to United. And does United do AIE? I don't remember. Yeah, I guess so. Alright. United. Save it. And we'll do Beyond ATC for this flight. We gave the old try with FS HUD. It worked. Pilot error, of course, like always. KIHA. This actually is a 319 flight too. That's cool. AIE engines. And 16,000 for our altitude. So it's a low and slow. And we are runway 9 for departure, it looks like. Let's see, runway 9 is where? Runway 9 is down here. No, where the hell are you at? I can't see with all these clouds in my way. 27, so 9's right here. There's 9. Alright, so we'll park right here. And start flight. Yeah, 2020 airport, yeah. Yeah, I know some of them don't work. Newark's been pretty good, though. Like I said, I did a couple of flights recently in Newark. What is the hell? Alright, the last time we tried to fly out of... Oh, boy. Oh, okay, let it settle in. The last time we tried to fly on stream out of Texas was that Austin flight, and it all went to hell. Remember that one? Alright, we'll let it load in. My frames are looking really good, 115, so we're stable. We're back where we're supposed to be. I'll let it think about it for a little bit, though. Let it cushion itself. Let it calm down. Take it easy. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be calm here. It's all good. Okay, looking good. Let's go ahead and fly. Oh, silky smooth. Okay. Yeah, oh my goodness. Look at this silkiness. Oh, boy. Tell you what, having a nice silky smooth flight after that last one. So something got goofed up there. I don't know what, but whatever. It's fine. It's all working now. Let's just go with the flow, right? Go with the flow. All right, we got to launch up FSUI PC, so don't be a dinkus and forget. We need to launch up Beyond ATC as well. And I already turned off traffic, so we shouldn't have to worry about that anymore. Let's just verify there is no traffic. No traffic. All right, click the fly button for Beyond ATC. All right, well, that's cooking up. Let's go over here. Phoenix. Good. Load the aircraft. Insta-load. Let's go here and do that. What is this? I've never seen that before. Is that new? Or have I just never noticed this? What is this? Live METAR. Is this new? I haven't updated the Phoenix. What the hell? All right, up here to the top. External power, battery 1, 2, pumps. Nav. Cruise supply. Get some lights going. Master switch. Emergency, no smoking, seatbelt, start the APU. Alright, clearance is on 128 and a 1. Houston clearance, a very good morning from United 210. We are ready for IFR clearance to Austin.
United 210 Houston clearance cleared to Austin Bergstrom. Pitts 5 departure with the minor transition, then as filed. Climb by a SID. Departure frequency 127.125. Squawk 6624.
6624.
Cleared to Austin Bergstrom. Pitts 5 departure with the manure transition,
Nav.
then as filed.
Go
Climb
on
by
down.
SID.
IRS
Departure
1,
frequency
2, and 3.
127.125. Squawk 6624. United 210.
In it. Request it.
United 210, read back correct. Contact ground
Put the shoes,
121.7 when ready for
because
pushback
Kansas
or
is going
engine start.
bye-bye.
We'll contact ground 121.7
UAL
when ready for pushback or
2
engine
whoop.
start. United 210.
210. My work
Thanks.
address is 210. It's crazy. Cost index is going to be what? Cost index is 30. We're cruising super high at flight level, not even flight level, 160. And then over here, we're going to send this. Is this new? I don't remember seeing this before. baffling me. Set into the McDo. Next, performance, all looking grand there. Waiting for this to load in. Beautiful. Flight plan. 15 right. They changed their runway. All right, so 15 right. Okay, 15 right is currently in use, at least from this world of SimBrief, Navigraph. 15 right. I don't know if that's actually what they're using. Via the Pitts 5 and the Manure. Alright. And then arrival. We're right now expecting 18 right. That'll probably change though, because I don't know why we're getting some weird all of a sudden runway changes. That's fine. Clear out all this jazz. Good. We're on performance there. That's all set up. Grand. Houston ground. Blah 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 blah. I just want to test.
Houston ground, United 210. Go ahead.
There, see? Houston ground, United 210. Request pushback and engine start. Just want to confirm that it's, you know,
United 210, Houston
understanding what I'm
ground,
saying.
pushback approved. Face south.
APU bleed is on.
Pushback approved.
External
Face
power is
south,
off.
United 210.
GPU chocks disconnected. Let's get our pushback dude. I'm gonna call it pushback dude from now on. I like calling it that. And we're pushing, facing the south. So we're gonna follow this little map here. Right? We're gonna go here. And then we're gonna go here. Bam. Alright. Release to parking brake. Request pushback commencing. Toggle that on, toggle that on. Engine number 1.
Air Shuttle 6285 at ramp 10 tree. Request pushback.
Cool. Clock is going on. Alright, then down here, let's go to ATSU.
Houston ground, pushback approved. Face west.
And receive messages. Load it. Accept it. Go back. Accept it. Performance. Alright. Now, here's the question. The question we must ask ourselves is this actually the runway that they're using IRL? And so I'm going to find out. It's at Hobby right now. Step it. KIAH. Arrival departure. Departure runways are currently 8 right, 8 left, 9. Departure runways are 15. Ooh. I'll be damned. It's right. Departure runways 15 left, 15 right, or 9. It is a correct runway change.
United 23.
Yon ATC is correct.
Charlie 6. Request pushback.
Your flight radar. Flight radar. What are we talking about?
United 23.
All right.
Houston ground.
Number 2's coming up next. Let's check
Pushback approved. Face north.
Austin.
United 2363.
When the seatbelt sign is on, your seatbelt must be fastened.
All right, Austin is saying arrival runways. Expect approach 18 right. That's what we have programmed right now. Departing 18 left. Alright, let's see what happens. I am barking on the wrong tree. I am barking on the wrong tree. What are we talking about? Alright, Max there. Flaps 3 departure today. Houston ground, hello from United 210. We are ready to taxi to the active. And that was 15 right.
United 210, runway 15 right, taxi via apron, Romeo Bravo, Whiskey, 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 Papa.
Taxi lights on, APU off, master switch off.
Runway 15 right, taxi via apron.
Taxi
Romeo
lights
Bravo,
on.
Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey, Whiskey, Papa, Whiskey Charlie, United 210.
Alright, we have a bit of a taxi going on here. And because of that, I'm gonna get my little Beyondatc map going as well. I can see where the hell I'm going. Alright, so we're going Bravo, oh sorry, Romeo Bravo. Is that here? Is it the Oz reference? Am I barking on the wrong tree? What am I missing? I know the clicking of the cans is the shoes. I know that. Yeah, I know that's from Wizard of Oz. Anyone see Wicked? When that came out last year? I saw the trailer for Wicked, the second part of it. Looked pretty good. Wasn't there a show called Oz? Like HBO or something? Hold position, United. Got some stutters here, but it's alright.
Hold position for traffic, United 210.
Whoa, holding position. Holding position, said. Hold position.
United 2363, runway 15 left taxi via November Bravo, November Echo, Whiskey Whiskey.
Runway 15 left taxi.
Why am I holding position?
November Echo, Whiskey Whiskey, United
Is this plane?
2363.
Why am I holding position?
United 2675, gate 15 tree, request pushback, engine start.
Alright, well, we're gonna continue. I'm not sure why we're holding position.
United 2675, Houston ground, pushback and engine start approved, face south. Pushback approved, face south, United 2675.
I don't know if it's that plane back there. Maybe? Romeo Bravo, we're gonna stay on. Alright, it's not speed today now. Let's not speed on this flight. Spud on the last flight. We don't need to do twice. What is with the stuttering? Slow down, slow down. Alright, up on top here, all call. Takeoff config is set and checked. Get a WestJet, American Airlines over there. Alright, we're on Romeo Bravo. We're going to take this over to somewhere. Flight attendants, please be seated for departure. It's probably going to be a bouncy departure. Alright, taking this over to Whiskey Bravo next. And then I think it was Whiskey Whiskey.
United 2675.
That's one of my pet peeves, Beyondatc. Yeah. Maybe in your path. Yeah. 100%.
United 2675, runway 15 left taxi via apron, Romeo Bravo, Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey Whiskey.
Alright, so that's that plane. It told me to hold short, but there was like no traffic really around me. Unless it gave it to me late and that plane was supposed to be pushing back. Oh boy, what's got going on here now?
United 2675, hold position for traffic.
2675, that's not me.
Hold position, United 2675. United 2363, contact Houston Tower 127.
It still hasn't released me for the pushback.
Contact Tower 127.3, United 2363.
Oh wow, they're stopping for me? Oh, thank you. Thank you, good sir. Don't mind if I do. Alright, we're gonna follow that United. Alright, we're gonna hold here, 15 left. I'm not sure if ground's ever gonna fix our situation. It's still telling me to hold position. Why is that blurry? Let me switch my comms and switch back, see if it... Nah. Okay. That was interesting. Alright, this is 15 left. We're going to go to 15 right, see if it switches over to tower. With 2020 airport, it sometimes disappears in 2024. Only when it's adjusted for the 2024, it's no problem. Ah. I should probably just get rid of all of my 2020 airports and just start clean. I've been spoiled with really nice looking airports though. Alright, here's 15 right. Alright, Beyondatc just completely lost us in terms of tower and all that jazz, so let's switch over. So if we can use our menu up here, and we can switch over to ground, or sorry, to tower. So tower, any, mini, miny, mo. So tower, which one do we use? 15 right and left, 1273. Alright. Houston Tower, United 210, ready to go, runway 15. Oh, I forgot to say right.
United 210, Houston Tower, wind 180 at 7, fly heading 210, runway 15 right, cleared for takeoff.
15 right, cleared for
Fly
takeoff.
heading 210, runway 15 right.
Sometimes airport scenery will have a cliff drop off on the runway. Yeah. I was doing a flight, which was actually going to be a stream flight, but I didn't do it. Iowa or something? I don't remember where it was. But anyways, like the bridge connection is broken. Someone made a fix for that on flightsim.to. Apparently it's been an issue since 2020. This is weird. We're getting blurry textures here and then not blurry textures. Yeah. Something's funky going on. Alright, bring up the throttles. And flexing. ET on. Wind is pretty much a headwind here. Alright, V1 rotating. And the Phoenix takes to the skies here in Flight Sim 2024. Gear going up. Jeez, the stutters are just crazy right now. Alright, jeez Louise, they really are bad. Over to the right.
Contact Houston
Flaps going up a notch.
210.
Cleared up to
Houston departure, United
climbing via the
210,
SID.
Climbing via pits 5, 1000.
Climb lever.
United 210, Houston departure, good day, radar contact, clear direct J-Lo, resume pits 5.
J-Lo.
Clear direct J-Lo. Resume the pits 5. United 210.
All aircraft be advised, information Zulu now current.
Zulu's current. Alright, looking good. Flaps up. Speed brakes are disarmed. I call that a pretty successful departure out of Houston. With 2020, sometimes disappears, sometimes airports seem to drop off. Also 2020 add-on. Yeah, I think I might just get rid of anything that's not a 2024 add-on. I might just get rid of. I like the nice looking scenery, but I think they're just not optimized enough. There's a few that work pretty good though. Clear direct J-Lo. You say, don't mind if I do. That's pretty good. Alright, 4,000. 5,000 cap here, so let's go and bring that nose down. And we'll let the AP do all that work for us. It's a good looking A320. Good ass well. Oh man, I love the cloud breakthrough stuff here. This is so cool. It's even better in Sim Update 3. See how it's so dark over here? It's so awesome. So bright. So damn cool. Alright, coming up on 7,000. Cool. Alright, all looking great. This is a super short hop, 122 nautical miles. So we'll be on the ground soon enough. It's not going to be much of a cruise. I'm going crazy, Will. Oh, in the sim? Oh, Austin. Austin. Oh, crap. I forgot to turn my landing lights on. Son of a gun. There was my 100. Dang. 10,000 lights off. Alright, looking good. So you can see here, top of climb is right here, top of descent's right up there. So it's not going to be a very long flight, 60 nautical miles till we reach top of descent. Okay, so let's start preparing an 18 right for the arrival as of right now. APL, yeah. Lost my 100%. Son of a gun. Alright, QNH here in Austin's going to be 2990. Temperature in Austin is 33. Whew. It's a warmer day. And winds are currently 80 at 10. Cool. And Barrow is 742. Alright. Arrivals ready to go. Austin Asobo. No. Paidware, I think. Let me verify. Dominic Designs. Dominic Designs is what I'm using. I think I may check out APL just to break up the virtual airline flying I do. So Manning, I saw that, it was 30 today in Amsterdam. Jeez. I saw that one add-on that's capturing my attention is the one that Just Flight's working on called Fly the Line. And apparently that's going to be either released later this month or next month. I don't think they give a price yet, but it seems pretty in-depth. Pretty in-depth. So it's by Just Flight and someone else. I thought it was someone else as well. But here's the info. Looks really interesting. So you can create up to 8 short-haul aircrafts to operate across your airline, which is pretty cool. Generate hundreds of routes with easy-to-use schedule generators. I don't know if it's real-world flights though. Fly 2 or 4 sector daily schedules. Choose flights from 30-minute hops to longer ones up to 5.5 hours. 2 game modes to suit your flying styles. You can do career or you can do free play. Level up and earn XP. manage your time off, doing activities such as balancing your work life, upgrade your pilot through a tree, purchase household items, I don't care about that, earn extra income on the side, sightseeing trips, land-away trips, experience diversions, track every flight, use in-depth stats, and more features on the way. So it seems interesting. I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I don't care about the whole like career detail stuff, but I don't want I'm not gonna make a house and buy virtual crap. I don't care about that. I'm not playing The Sims. But it seems interesting, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it, see what the price is gonna be like, and that might be something I'll try. It'll take an awful lot for me to switch over from a pilot's life. Air Hauler 1 and 2, I never used it. So maybe Austin it goes ghosting as well. Ghosting? So the stutters seem to be gone, so I think it was that airport that was making the stutters happen. Sorry, I'm making you sick. Sorry. I hate when people do that in videos. I get sick. But it does seem pretty good. I'll check it out. If it's like $30, I'll buy it. What the hell? What the hell? This is an interesting feature. I don't know if it's cool, but you see this light bleed right here? It's coming from this little crack. It's so crazy. It's such a weird detail that I'm obsessed with. It's coming in from this little crack right here. I remember seeing this on one of my flights a while back ago. And I was like, what the hell? That's broken. But then as we moved, changed directions, it went away. And I was like, holy crap, it's a light coming in from that little tiny crack. That's so cool. That's the ray tracing, I'm assuming, doing this job. Alright, now we're using 76% of my GPU, so this is much better. I don't know what happened with the last flight, why I decided to only use X amount. Maybe I should disable my onboard GPU. I know some people say do that for certain issues going away, so maybe that will help. Alright, into Austin, runway 8, right, left, 4,000. So I'm going to go and put 4,000 in our system here. Alex, welcome in. The goat is alive. I don't know about the goat. The goat is live. Definitely not the goat. It's interesting because I was talking to my cousin today. And he used to stream often, just, random games, mostly horror games, but he used to stream way back in the day. Master Copy, welcome in. Late to the party, no problem. No problem at all. And so he used to stream a while back ago. And then Mark, who's on the Pixelrooms podcast, if you've watched that or listened to that, he recently started getting back into streaming. He used to stream before, and then he got out of it. Now he's back into it. And Mark definitely has a personality. He's an exciting person. He can talk about whatever and anything. There's never like a dull moment when you talk to Mark. And my cousin, he is he's not as much of a talker, but he's fun to watch play horror games. Very fun to watch play horror games. Out of the three of us, I've become the more successful person when it comes to streaming, which is crazy to think because I've said it before in the past, like I preferred making the videos versus making the streams, and now I prefer making the streams than I prefer making the videos. It's such a weird dynamic of a change there. And think about this week alone. This is the 4th stream this week. That's wild. Like, I haven't done 4 streams in a week since the launch of 2024. So it just shows you how much I like it. It's helped that iFly came out, you know, that's made me more excited to do some flights. Alright, descend and maintain 4,000, so that's cool. What? You have an onboard GPU and still in action? Explains a lot of problems, man. I don't use it, though. I don't have it plugged in anything. So it should not cause a problem, Will, right? Because nothing's plugged into it. I was testing out for a while. This was like a year or 2 ago. I was testing out having my second monitor plugged into the onboard to help take resources away from the main graphic card. But I didn't seem to notice any difference whatsoever in that. So I just went back to everything done through the DisplayPort on the main card. So Will, what you're saying is that I should disable that onboard. Will is secretly calling me an idiot right now. In the BIOS, you have to disable it. I've just disabled the in Device Manager. I've just done it that way. Disable the device. Because then Windows doesn't see it, right? Won't send anything to it. So I can do it through the BIOS too. I'm afraid of doing it through the BIOS though, because if I do it through the BIOS and my main graphic card goes out, knock on wood, it never does, then I have to do a CMOS reset, you know, BIOS reset, to get back into the BIOS because I'd had no picture, right? I think that's correct. If I disable it through the BIOS, I would have to go in and do a reset, which is the pain in the ass. Although with this new card, there's a lot more clearance on the bottom, so I can do the jumper reset. That shouldn't be as much of a problem. Alright, top of descent. Let's get descending. For the sim, don't use it. I don't use it. I don't use it at all. Like even in the debugger within Flight Sim, it was saying even with the last flight that it was using my RTX, my card, my 5080. It wasn't using the onboard. It was just some weird FPS issues. Yeah, so I'll disable it in the Device Manager. I won't do the BIOS though. I get nervous about the BIOS. Alright, so look at some charts here while we have a few moments. Navigraph, Neve, and Austin, and Starred. Alright, so we're on the Willie arrival. You see our little plane there between 14 and 12. We are currently at 15. A little high on the approach, apparently. And then the arrival, 18 right. What is that? Chad is 4,000. 18 right for the arrival. It's over here. So we're going to exit to the left. And then probably going to exit... I don't think we're going to make golf. So probably Tango here. Tango, Charlie, and then find our gate for the arrival. So, should be pretty simple. I mean, disable it when you're using the sim. Oh, just disable it when using the sim? Willie has arrived. Oh, I just got that. Haha, Willie. Will and Willie, I just got... I'm a little slow this morning, sorry. Or afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Whoa, what's going on here? What does that say? U... Is that a U as well? U-U-E-C-K-E? What is that? What in the hell? Got crop circles going on here. There's an L. Luke. Lukey's? What is that? Only in Texas, folks. Only in Texas will you see that. Got the Mayan signs going on here in Texas. L-U-E-C-K Luke's? Lukey? I think it's Lukey. Austin is disappearing. No, that better not happen again.
United 210, contact Austin approach 27225.
Contact Austin approach United 210. Have a good day.
Oh, it's a farm. That's crazy. Did you have to look that? Did you look that up, Nanny?
Good day. 11,000.
This looks like it's made out of trees. That is amazing.
Approach altimeter 2990, expect the visual approach runway 18 right.
It's definitely a farm. It's a big ass farm too. It's all this land.
Expect the visual approach runway 18 right. United 210.
That's really cool. See, it's stuff like that where you're like, wow, you're not going to see that in X-Plane. Well, maybe if you use the enhancement stuff, but in default sim, you won't see that. I don't think. I stand to be corrected if that is the case, that it's in there. That's really cool. That's the thing about flying, like in the sim, you'll never, like, oh shoot, almost 10,000. No, I've never would have thought I would have seen that. Alright, so 10,000 landing lights are on. We got a little bit of haze going out here in the distance. They did a story on the news during the pandemic. Oh, interesting. Okay, so weather's looking pretty good. We got 10-mile visibility, so it should be fine with the weather. We saw some of this haze kick in. Airport should be up here somewhere. Right there. Alright, that's a positive note. On this arrival, we're potentially going to have an airport to land at. $18 right for the visual. Okay, good. Everything's looking pretty smooth. I think we're going to get one successful flight in today. We have a plane over on our left somewhere. Leveling off here a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely our airport. You can see the terminal right here. There's that runway that was next to it. So we'll be parking somewhere over here. Cool, so after this flight I just need to do, what'd I say? 3 more, I think? And my obligations are done for the week with United in the pilot's life. Not that it's going to stop me. I'll do a few more flights today, probably. And then tomorrow after work, and then probably all day, well, not all day Sunday, but majority of Sunday. So I'll probably get in another 6 to 8 flights by the end of Sunday. Alright, flight attendants, please get your ass in the chairs. It's about to get a bumpy ride here on our arrival to Austin. Austin, Texas. I flew into Dallas once for work. It's such a big old airport. Huge airport. Alright, zoom in at 10. Alright, next one is X-Wing. Still can't see that plane.
Austin approach, Delta 2259. Good day.
I'm a little concerned though, because you see it here. It looks like it's coming in for the Willie arrival.
Delta 2259, Austin approach, good day. Altimeter 2990, expect the
That could be a problem.
Altimeter 2990, expect a visual
700 feet below us. Speeding out some speed brakes. The plane wants to accelerate. It's 200 feet below us. Alright, even. And now they're 100 feet above us. 200, 300. Or maybe they're departing. Alright, it might be unlucky. They might just be departing. Yeah, they're climbing. Up to 13 now. Yeah, so they're almost 2,000 feet above us now. I still don't see them. Alright, all looking grand.
United 210, turn left, heading 305, vectors for the approach.
305.
Turn left heading 305, United 210.
Oh, there they are, right up there. That's cool. Little tiny dot, barely can see them.
United 210, turn left, heading 270, intercept the 18 right localizer.
Alright, pay attention.
Left, heading 270.
270.
Intercept 18 right localizer, United 210.
Intercept localizer at Uti
United 210, descend and maintain 3,000 feet, altimeter 290.
3000.
Descend and maintain 3,000
Spoilers
feet.
are armed.
Altimeter 2990, United 210.
And let's look at our charts real quick on the arrival. Localizer. And here we are right there at Uti. We're going to be at 28. So we're looking a little high, but we should be alright. Got a company message. Let's go and check that real quick.
United 210, airport is at your 10 o'clock, 11 miles. Report the field in sight.
There it is. We have the field in sight. United 210.
United 210, cleared visual approach, runway 18 right.
Alright, clear for the visual. Glide slope's captured, localizer's captured. All is fantastic in the world of flight simming.
Contact Austin Tower 121.0.
Over to Tower 1, 21.0, United 210.
Alright, you're gonna exit to the left and probably at Tango.
Austin Tower, United 210.
And flaps first notch coming out.
United 210, Austin Tower, wind 180 at 10, runway 18 right, cleared to land.
18 right, clear to land.
Runway 18 right, clear to land, United 210.
Alright, gear coming down, up on top here. Let's go to flaps 3 arrival. Good deal. Altimeter is checked and set, 2988, and cross-checked, good. Flaps 2 are set. Wait for that speed to come down just a little bit more. There it goes. Oh, look, we actually have a ground and runway. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Do have the stutters though. I'm not sure what the stutters are from, but it might be beyond ATCA traffic. Who knows? But it's much better than it was before. All right, full flaps 3. And AP's off. My aircraft. No, 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 don't scream, don't scream. It's gonna be okay. When we hit, though, brace yourself. Just a warning. No need to be alarmed, though. Just saying, brace yourself. Alright, bring that nose up just a little bit. Okay, looking good. Runway looks really thin, like the strip. A little low on the approach. Let's bring that nose up.
Too low. Terrain.
I know. It's fine.
Too low. Terrain.
It's fine. It's fine. Take it easy.
Too low. Terrain.
Shut up.
Too low. Terrain. Too low.
Why is it saying that? Gears down. Okay.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
All right. The wind changed to a crosswind.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
Caught me off guard. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
Oh, I don't have flaps 3. That's why it's flaps 2.
Too low. Terrain.
That's why it's yelling at me.
20. Retard.
Oh, what? Stop diving.
Retard.
All right, we got it. We got it. We got it. All is under control. All right, reversers coming out. Yeah. I saw it last minute, Will. The plane's smarter than me. Alright. Idle. Holy cow. What a day of streaming.
Austin Tower, American 2521, visual runway 18 right.
Alright, flaps up, landing lights are off. That stutter's still there. We're going to test to see if it's beyond ATC doing it, though. We'll turn off beyond ATC at some point.
Exit next available taxiway, United 210.
American 2521, Austin Tower, wind 180 at 10, runway 18 right.
Alright, we are on Tango.
Runway 18 right, cleared to land. American 2521.
Austin, Tower, cancel. I thought we were on ground.
United 210, contact ground 121.
Have to go. See you later, Will. Thanks for coming on in. We'll see you next time. Probably Monday. Probably Monday. Have a good weekend. Austin ground, United 210. We are on Charlie, looking to taxi to gate 27.
United 210, welcome to Austin Bergstrom, gate 27 taxi via Charlie, Charlie 1, Romeo 4, Romeo, Romeo 5.
Where the hell is that? I think it's on the backside.
Charlie 1, Romeo 4, Romeo, Romeo 5.
I think that's on the backside.
American 1316.
Alright, so over to Golf 1. Or sorry, Charlie 1.
American 1316, Austin ground pushback approved. Face east.
Alright, I want to test. I'm going to kill out beyond ATC.
Face east. American 13.
I want to see if those stutters go away. Alright, beyond ATC is disconnected. Charlie 2. Nope, they're still there. Okay, so there's something else going on. Charlie 1. Romeo 5. Yeah, there's definitely the stutters are still there. I'm not quite sure why, though. Who knows? Alright, 27, like I said, I think it's back here. Why is... I thought I got rid of my spoilers. Three 130. I don't know, 29. 27 maybe? 27, right? What's that say? 27 right here. Alright, there's our gate.
Once the seatbelt sign is turned off,
Taxi lights are off. Sharp turn.
Once you arrive at the gate, we'll be handing you off to our amazing airport team, and they'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. Any checked luggage may be retrieved from baggage carousel number 3.
Number 3.
Again, any checked luggage can be retrieved from baggage carousel
Alright, parking
number
brake
3.
is set.
From all of us at United,
And let's go over here to this dude.
thank you for flying with us this evening.
Phoenix and
we look forward to seeing you again
GPU
on another
chocks.
flight.
Jetway.
This is home, welcome home.
Jetway's connecting.
Not
APU power on.
Have a good evening.
And this goes there. Engine 1 and 2 are off. And let's see how we did on this flight. Shadowy. Okay, second flight we ended up with a score of 99. It was a takeoff, right? Takeoff lights, yep. I forgot to turn on the landing lights. Landing rate was a -231 here in Austin. The plane like dipped down. That's because I did the flaps. That was my bad. Alright, 2 terrible flights today because of my piloting skills, as usual. And that is number, let me just verify again, is that number 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's the 7th flight we United. So I just got to do 3 more to make sure I don't lose 25% of my revenue with United Airlines. So that should be easily accomplished. But we're going to end the stream there. I appreciate everyone coming in today, dealing with my technical issues and whatnot. But the second flight was really good. Overall, really, really good. No complaints whatsoever. Beyondatc was really good. And we just had some weird stuttering, but other than that, you know, it's fine. It's all good. But we'll see everyone next week, probably on Monday. Once I confirm it, I'll get the schedule up on the channel there, and we'll see you all then. Have a great weekend, and stay safe.